This is our semi-regular look at the world of technology news. We ask a panel of luminaries questions. They provide us with answers, and I grade them on points. Let's meet our panelists now. The man sitting next to me sat in that chair last year and walked away with the big prize. He's an author and photographer. He's columnist for the Seattle Times. He's a senior editor for Tidbits. He contributes to Macworld and Photoshop Elements Techniques. He has too many books to mention here. His latest is the iPad Pocket Guide 4th edition. Okay. And how does he do all this? It is coffee, coffee, coffee.
Coffee eating!
I have a theme song. Yay!
How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Good.
I'm caffeinated.
We also have a past winner, though never on the live stage in the decidedly less intimidating confines of the Macworld Podcast Studio. He is an assistant editor at TechHive, where he covers phones as well as Android, and that's certainly a topic that will come in handy today at this show about iOS. Whenever something goes wrong in the office, there is only one person we point the finger at.
Hi, Phil.
It's Armando Rodriguez, who has to wait till he's been introduced to talk. That's why we blame Armando, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, Armando?
Pretty good. A little sick, but getting better. And I did the same thing the first time I was on the Pundit Showdown.
Well, I think everyone will thank you for coming to Moscone Center when you're a little bit sick to spread your disease. Our next panelist is a debutante. He can claim to be the only person on this panel who was name-checked by Apple CEO Tim Cook during an event, unless we want to count the time when Cook looked at me and shouted, "Security, remove that man." He's a veteran of Wired magazine. He was Wired.com's first sports editor. He was the night editor at Deadspin. He's contributed to our site TechHive. He's now the senior writer for BuzzFeed Sports. It's an impressive record of achievement, offset by the fact that he is a New York Mets fan. Eric Malinowski, ladies and gentlemen.
I was about to say that was far too kind, right up until the end. So close.
And our final panelist, when we asked her if she wanted to be on her panel, she asked if she would be allowed to swear, drink, or commit physical violence. And she still agreed to be here even after we told her that only 2 of those 3 things are permitted. She is the co-founder and CEO of a San Francisco design shop that specializes in iOS design. It's called Pacific Helm, which was just enough of a tenuous hook to give her this otherwise inappropriate theme music. Jessie Char, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody.
Now, if you're wondering how this works, so do we. This is based on the UK radio show Fighting Talk and shamelessly ripped off. I will ask questions. They will receive points. It will be 1 point. 2 points sounds like this. 3 points. And if they give an incorrect answer, they will lose a point. Let's get started now. And our first question is all about this.
We are incredibly pleased to report an extraordinary quarter with $54.5 billion in revenue and new records for iPhone and iPad sales.
For those of you, no, he's still talking. For those of you who couldn't hear over the drum circle like me, that was Apple CEO Tim Cook. And even after Apple announced record sales and profits for its all-important holiday quarter, investors continued to batter the company's stock, sending the price of Apple shares spiraling downward. My question to the panelists, starting with you, Jeff Carlson, what should the company do to bolster its standing with the Wall Street crowd?
Well, the problem clearly is that Apple doesn't woo investors enough. Apple needs to get them on its side because it seems like it's this adversarial situation, when in reality Apple just ignores investors. So I think what Apple needs to do is they need to fly a whole bunch of prominent investors and analysts, fly them to a nice cushy private island, ply them with champagne, get them all liquored up and give them demonstrations of how great the Macs and iOS and how everything they've been saying is wrong. Like, give them all this great stuff, and then to get them off the island, they have to design an Android device that makes money and attracts developers. And only then will they be able to leave. So basically, we won't have to worry about them anymore because they'll never come home.
So, but the professor from Gilligan's Island would do quite well on that. Great answer. Let's go to Armando.
Nice flow with the Android thing. So I was
Extra
originally
point
going
for
to say,
Jeff.
I was originally going to say that Apple should follow RIM's thing and change their name, but as we saw, that didn't help RIM stock at all, as it plummeted 4% after they changed their name to BlackBerry. Same thing with the phones. So instead, if we learned anything in 2012, is that Apple should occupy Wall Street. They should just create an Apple store, a pop-up Apple store, in the middle of Wall Street, and do a product launch right there. The line will be enormous. They'll have tons of Apple fans. Wall Street will be paying attention. Stocks will go up. Instant win for Apple.
Eric Malinowski.
I have to be honest, I'm liking the Android crossover move more and more the more I think about it. I think that...
Another point for Jeff.
Rookie move. I think that, honestly, obviously there's one thing that Wall Street really likes, its numbers, and if you could make a case that Apple really started to go astray once they started to eschew numbers from all of their new product launches. So I just think that it's iPad 37, coming somewhere down the line. No S's, no G's. Letters are not good. Descriptors, qualifiers are not good. They just need to go full out with the numbers because, they're numbers geeks. It's that simple.
Very good. Numbers are your friends. Jesse Char.
I like the idea of putting an Apple store in the New York Stock Exchange because have they ever been to an Apple store? Otherwise they would know. But maybe what would be even better than that is to put an AT&T or Cell World store next to the Apple store just to show how awful the competition is.
Very good.